Hey everybody, um, doing something super fun today. Got a piping bag full of some yellow soap here. I've actually got 4 other colors too. I'm going to be piping some Peeps shaped soap. Hopefully it turns out right. We shall see. But I've got my yellow here. I also made hot pink. Really excited with the way that this is looking. It's not picking up very good on the camera right now, but you will see it when I pipe it. This is the new purple mica that I got, and it looks like poop right now. Hopefully that turns back to being purple. They had sample photos on their thing, and then that soap turned purple, so fingers crossed. This is going to be more blue. It's kind of green right now because of the olive oil and the soap, and this one's the actual green, but I know that that one actually turns blue. I'm going to pipe out my little yellow guys. I'm actually use the same piping bag with all my other colors, and it'll kind of create like a swirling as we go along. I get out as much of it as I can on the single color, obviously, but I thought at first I might just make swirly colored peeps. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do them individually with like a tiny bit of a swirl. It's fragranced with it's actually a cake, a confetti cake fragrance. I didn't pick a marshmallow fragrance because this is the most vanilla-y, sweet, sugary smell that I could find that had a smaller content of vanilla. It's got 3%, and I did use a stabilizer, so hopefully they don't get too tan on this. I'm going to get to it. I'll talk the rest of the way while I'm piping here. Let me get this first one out here. I got to concentrate on this first one with my technique. The goal is you kind of just like make a bloop, a little bit of a tail. Oh, that's not wide enough. Hang on. Whoops. Alright. And then, let's see, you're not quite in my vision. There we go. So there's this little peep butt. And you make him a head and kind of like bloop with the beak. That's kind of a fat head, so I'm gonna try to push it up and get that little, there. Not bad for a first try. I'm going to keep going, obviously. But I made my basic olive oil recipe here, super fatted with some natural cocoa butter, because I love using the natural cocoa butter in any sort of these food scents. I just think that it really just benefits it smell-wise. And obviously, cocoa butter is lovely in soap. I'm so trying to concentrate but talk at the same time, and it's trickier than you would think. That one's kind of goofy looking, but I like it. I feel like maybe I need to make their bodies a little bit bigger. What I did too is I made my soap batter, and I really was kind of stick blending the crap out of it, and then I let it sit for a while, and then I was like, you know what, I should have added the colors and then let it sit for a while, but it still blended in pretty nicely. But I didn't tape any of that because, frankly, I didn't really think you needed to watch me stick blend for 5 minutes. It was not very entertaining. These are kind of silly, but I like them. I think that they'll be really cute for Easter baskets. Easter is in March this year, so that's why I'm making these now, because before we know it, Easter's going to be here. And I think, how cute in an Easter basket, a box of Peeps soaps. The goal, too, is that I've got these candy boxes that I don't have a use for, so I want to put 5 off, one of each color, in this little gift box with maybe some craft paper crinkles to kind of look like Easter grass, but still be more natural looking. I think that would be a really cute little Easter gift. All right, looks like we get 6 out of every color. That's pretty fair. I'm going to end up needing more freezer paper. I'm just piping right onto my freezer paper here, because that'll be easy removal when these are set up. Not really liking the lumpiness of that guy. And at the very end here, this one might be the one for the house, because I don't think it's going to have a very big head. Boop. Yeah, that one's got a head that's too small for its body. Alright, moving on to the pink. I'm so happy. I don't remember where I got the technique from, but you put your piping bag in a cup while you're filling it. It's freaking genius. So wherever I saw that from, thank you. I'm a fan of this. Hot pink time. Now my soap is nice and thick. It's obviously good piping texture. I wasn't really going for a whipped soap per se, just something thick enough to hold its shape, obviously. But it's not like a rock over here. It's still pretty scoopable. So hopefully by the time I get all the way to the green, which is my last out of 5 colors, that it's not a rock. Fingers crossed. Definitely plan on doing some editing, but I will say this so I don't forget to add my little captions in. Obviously, I didn't realize I was going to get 5 or 6 out of each color. These I made a little bigger. That's why I only got 5 and a little bloop. I'm going to need more freezer paper too, but I'm excited. Some of them are really goofy. I'm going to hit them, some of them at the ends here that are lumpy. I'm going to get my finger wet and kind of like try to smooth out where it isn't as smooth. To try to make them look a little bit more perfect. After that too, I'm going to hit them with some ivory lace mica, which is just like white sparkly mica to kind of mimic the look of the sugar. Figure these are going to be mostly like gifted to kids, I'm guessing, and I think even for a full-size person, having actual sugar granules all on the outside of the soap would just be a little bit too rough. That mica's pretty. We are getting quite thick over here, but it's very, very much still workable. I'm not worried. Okay, I'm going to fill my piping bag. As you can see, that's as much as my camera can capture. I'm probably going to be able to use or make 3 to 4 sets. There's definitely like, I don't think I'd sell that one. Definitely not that one. This one's kind of weird shape. This one might end up being a little bit better. Really, just that one's weird too. I'm not sure. But there's some funky ones. So some are turning out good and some are not. I'm going to need another chunk of freezer paper though. So I'm probably going to just edit out the chunk of video in which I'm setting that up because we still have blue and green to go. And obviously there's not enough room here without any sort of work to be able to see it, of course. Right. So that is all of them. I'm so sorry that the lighting is kind of crappy. It is nighttime. I'm kind of in the way of the lights. I'm sitting down to do this. But there you have it. Color-wise, I really like my green. And over here, my yellow and my pink. This is the purple, and they look like little turds. And my blue is still looking pretty darn greenish, and I was getting a lot of air bubbles in this one. Overall, these two were really thick to squeeze out as well, so that was a little tricky. Lots of air bubbles and some. It wasn't as even of a squeeze. You can get a nice smooth kind of pipe if it's not like thicker in parts than in others. So that was a little tricky, but what are you going to do? I'm going to get a little bit of water in a cup and kind of try to smooth the edges out before I hit them with some lace mica. So let me do that. Okay, now I know with frosting, you can smooth out the frosting with your wet fingertip because of the fattiness of the frosting against the water. It doesn't stick to it. That's the idea with this too, because soap is obviously made out of oils. Yeah, some of these are just hideous, but some are actually looking pretty okay. Some of them actually do look kind of okay. Cool. I think that's as much finger touch-ups as I'm going to do on these Sons of Guns because it's not really working. I am, however, going to hit them with the mica now. Most of this video, I'm sitting here looking here, and even though I skipped taping half of it, I've been down here for almost an hour and half it's been taped. I'm going to cut a lot of this video out, or not cut it out, but speed it up. So right now I'm looking at 28 minutes worth, and it shouldn't actually be that long of a video. I got my little dropper. I'm just kind of puffing it. That one flying. But I just want the lightest little. See, it's like speckles. I kind of want it to just be everywhere. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, I found a technique that works. Fill up my little squeezy guy. Hold it in the ball of it. Kind of squeeze it up in the air. And it's going to go like a fine mist. Oh yeah. Still getting some splotches, but that helps. Oh, they're so shiny. Yay, shiny soap peeps. It makes me hate the purple a little bit less. I really hope that turns purple, or I'm going to be disappointed. Well, damn, I don't usually go sparkle overboard, but I might have this time. They look gilded now. They look so shiny and pretty. This lighting down here is balls, guys. I know it's not good lighting. And I will rectify that with taking some excellent photos for you because I'm actually getting better. And I have my little kind of setup going. So by the time I get this posted, these are going to be in good light. We'll see which ones turned out nice and which ones turned out super fugly. I'll definitely make sort of a silly photo shoot for my ugly ones, my ugly ducks, because I'll probably actually, that's a cute idea, I might sell them as my ugly duckling peeps. Because they're still good soap, they're just, some of them are super fugly. But the rest are actually really pretty. I'm excited. My yellow, pink, purple, dark green and green, because it's not even blue. But yeah, there they all are. Okay, I'm going to let them firm up, and there won't be a cutting video, obviously, but I'm going to post a ton of pictures of these guys. It's going to be a full-on photo shoot. Thank you for watching, everybody, and happy Easter to you.